So Montgomery founded this garden. He named it after his good friend Dr. David Fairchild. Now, Dr. Fairchild was a botanist. He grew up in Kansas, but he fell in love with tropical plants. Go figure. His father was an educator there, and he brought in speakers, and he heard somebody speak on tropical plants, and he fell in love with them. After he graduated, he went to Washington, D.C., to U.S. Department of Agriculture. He invented his job. He talked his way into it, and he was a plant introduction specialist, which means he traveled the world collecting tropical plants. Rare plants, beautiful plants, but mostly useful plants, crop plants that he could bring back to feed our population. And he is responsible for bringing things back such as mango, alfalfa, nectarines, bananas. That was all David Fairchild. He brought back over 200,000 plants. And so we can thank him for a lot of the beauty that we have here at the garden. He was active right around the turn of the century, 1900s, thereabouts, and onwards. In fact, he was taking one of his journeys to the Philippines when World War II broke out, and he had to hightail it out of there and come back. He retired to Miami, and his home is also open for tours. It's called the Kampong. You ever hear of the Kampong? It's a Southeast Asian term. It means compound, and it is in Coconut Grove on Main Highway, and you also have to have the address because it's not got a big sign or anything out there. It's about 7 acres, something like that, right on the water, beautiful, and they do give tours, but you have to call ahead if you want to take a tour there. Okay, so we're talking about Fairchild Tropical Botanic Garden. That's its full name, and the garden was founded in 1938. It's now 76 years old. It was founded by a man named Robert Montgomery. He was an attorney and a CPA, and he lived most of his, he spent his summers up in Coscob, Connecticut. He spent his winters down here in Florida. In Connecticut, he collected conifers. That was his hobby. And down here, he collected palms. And he and Dr. Fairchild both contributed plants to the original opening of the garden. Robert Montgomery, pretty much all the palms came from him. And there's still some left. The palms, plants in general, don't live forever. They do die. So you do have to propagate them or make sure they're reproducing. There's nothing lasts forever. So we have over 20,000 plants on display here. We have about 25% of the 400 plant family represented here. A lot of wildlife here also. And what you don't see, as we were talking about, are all the projects that we participate in to help us further our mission. And our mission is to explore, explain, and conserve the tropical plants of the world.